Anyone ever heard of a little entity called AFRICOM? You haven't heard of it? No. Well, I sure haven't. You know why? Because it's all embedded in secrecy on behalf of the American police state and the American security state. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Zach The Celtics Guy here, back with another video and here with another episode of the Global Report with Zach, which is a segment I do on this channel and have been doing for quite some time. Never really had an official name for it, but now it does have an official name. I gave it an official name, so gave it a little bit of a title, so I figured, why not? So, the age-old question is about AFRICOM. AFRICOM being a little entity that's going on in the continent of Africa. AFRICOM is a little entity that reports to the Secretary of Defense. It's the United States Africa Command. And there's something that they don't want you to know. Just like the imperialists that run our government, both Democrat and Republican, they don't want you to know the truth about AFRICOM. It says that AFRICOM's job is to protect American lives and to promote American interests. Right, American lives, right? We care so much about American lives, right? When we're wasting trillions of dollars on bullshit imperialism, rather than focus on American lives here at home, you know, fixing our ridiculous for-profit health care system, relieving student loan debt, helping combat the opioid crisis, helping all of these things, combating climate change, a whole bunch of different things. But no. Oh, and it's to promote American interests, right? What are American interests? What are they? Let's see. Expanding on the empire in Africa, a continent that we have been colonizing for decades. Africa has been where we have been colonizing them for decades. We're British colonialism, French colonialism, Portuguese colonialism, you name it. There's been all sorts of this shit that's been going on there, but they don't want you to know this. If it was up to the Pentagon, according to a report from Ink Stick Media says, what U.S. Africa Command does not want you to know. If it was up to the Pentagon, the U.S.'s military actions in Africa would be shrouded in secrecy. So that means that they want to expand more military bases in Africa. They want to expand more. It's keep your eye on Africa, one person said. Keep your eye on them, I concluded. The U.S. military is going to make news there for years to come. Not long after the publication, AFRICOM wrote a letter of complaint to my editor, Tom Engelhard, attempting to discredit my investigation, basically investigating the activities of AFRICOM, and so on and so forth. I revealed the existence of a previously unknown AFRICOM investigation of an airstrike in Nigeria that killed more than 160 civilians. It was, in fact, what they called a U.S.-Nigerian operation. But just be careful, because with the rise of Boko Haram in Nigeria, with all these others, including I think it's all got to do with that. It's just, yeah. Oh no, it's all about helping African nations, right? The Al-Qaeda affiliates in Somalia. Oh yeah, continuing to bomb Somalia, continuing all of that type of stuff. The regime change operation going on in Sudan, the crippling U.S. sanctions on Sudan that resulted in massive devastation and poverty in Sudan. We had an embargo on Sudan up until like a few years ago, which was orchestrated by Bill Clinton against their former president, Omar al-Bashir, that the International Criminal Court had bullshit charges against, that, oh my God, the guy was like committing crimes against humanity and everything else. No, they were just saying that because the guy was not a puppet of the U.S. Just like they're doing with Eritrea. The country of Eritrea in Africa is another perfect example. It's another perfect example. Now Eritrea has made peace with Ethiopia, and now they're on the side of Russia. They voted against the UN resolution to condemn Russia over Ukraine. Imagine that. So you see all of this. Now China and Russia are now flexing their muscles in Africa and are now helping African nations build better infrastructure and all of that other stuff over there. So There's all sorts of stuff over there that's going on. It's basically U.S. regime change operations. That's basically what AFRICOM is doing. AFRICOM is expanding the empire. American commandos saw combat in at least 13 African nations: Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, that was Belgian colonialism, Kenya, Libya, we all know what happened with Libya, Mali, where there was a coup recently. Oh, there was a U.S. orchestrated coup in Mali. Mauritania, Niger, Somalia, South Sudan, and Tunisia. Tunisia was where the Arab Spring started. Oh, Tunisia was under a U.S.-backed dictator up until 2011 by the name of Ben Ali Zenelli. Probably butchering that name, but that's the guy that the U.S. was propping up for years. That's what led to the Arab Spring, because people over there rose up and tried to overthrow people, and then the U.S. expanded in Syria, and then Assad stood up against U.S. interference in Syria, and now look at where it is now. The civil war, the U.S. backing rebels and the white helmets in Syria. You all know how that shit goes. And now Cameroon, under French colonialism, under a French and American puppet by the name of Paul Biya, is actually in his 40th year in power as the dictator of Cameroon. But oh no, we're not going to talk about that, right? Oh, we're not going to talk about all of that. We're not going to talk about all of what French colonialism did to Cameroon, what French colonialism did to, what they did to all of these places, what it did to the Central African Republic, what it did to Niger, what it did to Mali. Mali was, in fact, under French colonialism as well. So wasn't a big portion of them. This is exactly what we are seeing now. We are seeing an expansion of the empire in Africa to colonize more African nations. And we're doing it now more than ever because Africa is not joining in the U.S. and its proxy war with Russia. Take it away, Lee Camp.
During testimony before the Senate Armed Services Committee, Stephen Townsend, the commander of AFRICOM, said that AFRICOM maintains a light and relatively low-cost footprint on the continent.
Yeah, okay, as if, right? As if this is a low-cost operation, right? As if having all these military bases and everything and this imperialism and expansion, as if this all has to do with it. As if this is a low cost. Yeah, okay. You get the fuck out of here.
This light footprint consists of a constellation of more than 24 outposts that stretch from one side of Africa to the other. If I were to sneeze and cover your face from
I'm allergic to bullshit.
One side to the other in a constellation of snot, I don't think you'd call it a light footprint of mucus.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And excuse me, I have allergies. I'm allergic to bullshit. Oh my God, where's my handkerchief? I gotta get my handkerchief now. How much you want to bet that Boko Haram was created by U.S.-backed Al-Qaeda affiliates in Nigeria? That's what I think. But hey, you know what? If you say that, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're considered a conspiracy theorist by fucking shit-libs and neocons online. Because these people are fucking morons and they drank the American-backed Kool-Aid. The American Zionist-backed Kool-Aid.
So let's try to figure out some of the key questions about AFRICOM. Step 1, how many U.S. bases does it involve? Well, although they try to cover it up.
Oh, it's hundreds, if not thousands. Probably in the thousands, maybe even like the several thousands. I'm guessing. I'm being conservative on that number.
New document revealed, we have learned over the years about more and more bases and more military actions. Sometimes that's due to FOIA requests, other times it's due to leaked information from things like Fitbits. You heard me right. Fitness tracker data revealed a sprawling U.S. military base in Niger.
Imagine that. Oh my God, there's a little footprint. Oh my God, it's like taking the little magnifying glass, being like, where's that little footprint? Where's that little footprint? Oh my God, I see it. I see you.
This reminds me of the time I found out from my ex's Apple Watch that she'd been seeing another comedian. Not sexually. She'd just go to him for a quick one-liner or a callback or something. A real wham bam, thank you ma'am situation. It's morally disgusting.
And it's also morally disgusting what the U.S. is doing in Africa, what France has done to Africa, what the UK has done to Africa, even what Israel is doing with Africa. I mean, they're expanding their interference in Ethiopia and Eritrea. While Ethiopian migrants are being treated like third-class citizens in Israel, because, you know, Israel being a Jewish theocracy, but if you say it's a Jewish theocracy, that's anti-Semitism. Oy vey, my anti-Semitism, right? Even though I'm anti-Semitic, right? Even though I'm a fan of Lee Camp of MintPress, and Lee Camp is in fact Jewish, or partially Jewish, I think, by ethnicity. So much for me being anti-Semitic, right? Fuck you.
In 2020, The Intercept got access to at least some of the info about these secret bases. And surprise! The Pentagon's map of bases in Africa contradicted its claim of a light footprint.
Surprise, surprise! Oh my God, there actually is more bases there. There is in fact more bases. There's more attacks. There's more war crimes. Oh my God. Oh golly gee. Oh my God, there actually is. Oh, could have fooled me, right? Oh my God, could have fooled me. It could have fooled me about any of this type of stuff. The airstrikes in Nigeria, the U.S. interference in Eritrea, and all of that. Oh my God! Oh golly gee! Look at what we did. Look at what we did to Libya. Look at what we did in Egypt. Look at Obama propping up the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. Look at what he did there. Look at all of that type of stuff. It's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Between 2015 and 2017, there were at least 10 unreported attacks on American troops in West Africa alone, a month after the January 2017 Nigerian airstrike. U.S. Marines followed Al-Qaeda militants in a battle that AFRICOM still won't admit took place in Syria. Oh, those Al-Qaeda militants, right? Oh, kind of like the ones we're backing in Syria, the ones that we're backing in Saudi Arabia, the ones that we're backing all over the fucking place. I mean, all of that. So, again, this is a cover-up. This is entirely a cover-up on behalf of the American empire that is going on there. In the 2010s, I would in fact help reveal that the U.S. has conducted at least 36 named operations and activities in Africa, more than anywhere else on Earth, including the Middle East. Lee Camp also covered this on his segment of Most Censored News on MintPress. So imagine that. The U.S. has been involved in more imperialist operations in Africa, even more than Latin America, which is our backyard. You know, that's really where the U.S. coups are going on. U.S. coups in Bolivia, U.S. interference in Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Argentina, Chile, and need I go on. Oh, yeah, we're kind of doing that already right now. The coup in Peru. Oh, and the attempted coup in Argentina to try to indict their Vice President, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, now on corruption charges to prevent her from ever getting back into office again. So it's even worse than that in Africa now. Now it's even worse. Now this is an even worse situation. So it's basically, where is the U.S. engaging in the most amount of imperialism? Oh, that's right. In Africa, more than anywhere. Now it's over there. Who is it going to be next? Is it going to be Togo? Is it going to be Zambia? Is it going to be Zimbabwe? Oh, yeah, that's right. We already did that with Zimbabwe because we did that against Robert Mugabe when Robert Mugabe wasn't on our side and so on. And, oh, yeah, we know how the whole thing with Zimbabwe went. We all know how that shit went. Are we going to do it over there? Togo is Togo together. Hey, are we gonna get that shit to go? Are we gonna get it Togo? Okay, we'll get it Togo. How about that? We'll get it to go. How about that? Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day. By the way, Jimmy Dore also speaks the truth on behalf of this. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, my sweetie, for getting me this book for Christmas. Love you. So this is exactly where we are at today. We are at. So much for this, right? This is where we're at. I'm not going to get off on any more side tangents, but this is where we're at. We are conducting more operations in Africa. This all started, well, I mean, this has been the case for decades. I mean, this has been the case for like generations. I mean, U.S. interference in Africa has been going on. I mean, the U.S., the U.K., France, Israel, and other colonialist powers as well. I mean, this has been going on. I mean Belgium with the Congo and all, and the fight going on in the Congo, all that shit going on there. Rwanda pitted up against the DRC, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and need I go on? You know, all of this type of stuff. But remember, guys, it's Russia that's imperialist, right? It's China that's imperialist, right? Not what we're doing. Is there any reporting of China doing any of these so-called operations in Africa? Nope, can't find it. Is Russia doing this? Nope, can't find that either. Oh, well, why is it the colonialists that are doing it? Why is it only the Western colonialists that are doing it? Oh, that's right. Maybe because it's all about colonialism. This is what it's all about. It's all about colonialism. This is exactly what we are at today. And the news that's coming out is not good. Then for weeks, AFRICOM went dark. A follow-up email in late October went unanswered. Imagine that. NSA eavesdropping outposts in Ethiopia. Using formerly secret documents, I revealed an even larger network of U.S. bases across Africa again and again. I used little noticed open source information to highlight activities at those facilities, while helping expose murder and torture by local officials at a drone base in Cameroon, built and frequented by Americans. Cameroon being one of the biggest puppet states in the African continent. I mean, I'd say Cameroon is probably the biggest U.S. puppet in Africa, but this is what the U.S. wants all throughout Africa. We want puppets all throughout. We did this with Yoweri Museveni in Uganda. He was a U.S. puppet for a great number of years, but now even he's waking up saying, yeah, this is exactly what's going on. I don't believe in this NATO proxy war. I think it's bullshit, so therefore, sorry, not on the side of you. Not on the side of you. You know that Eritrea's current president, as a matter of fact, by the name of Isaias Afwerki, actually, as a matter of fact, was on the side of the U.S. for a great number of years. But then the U.S. just started putting bullshit sanctions on Eritrea, accusing them of shit like human rights and all this other stuff like that. We're going to bully Eritrea, but we're not going to say the same thing about Cameroon. But yeah, no. The U.S. applies human rights equally, right? Oh no, let's go bully Eritrea, let's go bully Sudan, let's go bully the most prosperous nation in Africa at the time, thus being Libya. But no. Nothing to say about Cameroon that's committing actual human rights violations and is the longest running dictator in that region. Oh, let's not forget the other one, President Oblong in Equatorial Guinea. You know, the same guy that Condoleezza Rice, fucking war criminal from the Bush administration. Condoleezza Rice said that he is a great friend. He is a good friend to me. And then Oblong said that, we need a U.S. military presence here. We need a U.S. presence here because this is hampering economic growth. So again, does the U.S. apply human rights equally? No, of course it doesn't. And if you think it does, well then guess what? You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to any of it. You're not paying attention to any of it. You don't know your history. This is the history. This is the history of what's going on, propping up puppet dictators in Africa. But now, the countries that are not standing, the countries that are not standing with the U.S., now look at what we're doing. We're trying to overthrow them. We're trying to undermine them. The ones that are turning to Russia and China. We're trying to pit other nations against them. We're trying to sanction regime change. We're all doing this. It's all part of the American imperialist playbook, which is exactly what I'm going to be exposing on this channel and much more, because that's exactly what I specialize in on this channel, and that is exactly what I will continue to do. I will continue to fight against American imperialism all throughout my life. I've been doing it since I was in high school, since I was at least 15 or 16 years old, and I will continue to do it. I will continue to take a stand against against my government when my government is doing this type of shit to countries worldwide. That is what I believe in, and this is what I will continue to fight against. And what I fight for is an end to American imperialism. But this is what's going on in Africa, and we need to continue to speak out. So that's about it for now for the Global Report with Zach for this week. Thank you to everybody who stopped by and listened. Link in the description to that great video by Lee Camp of MintPress. Subscribe to Behind the Headlines. Subscribe to Lee Camp on MintPress. Subscribe to MintPress News and much more. Link in the description to this great article by Inkstick. Link in the description to all of this type of stuff. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for my stream tonight at 6 p.m. Look out for it. More stuff on the way. And moving on with Zach's legal lessons, which you will see in the next video. Stay tuned. Be well. Be safe. Be aware. And keep fighting. See you in the next one. Just remember, keep up the fight, and we will continue to make the world a better place. And let's just hope that we can do so. Be well, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep fighting. Peace out.